When I was a teenager, I was a very awkward kid. I didn't have a lot of social interactions, and obviously I had social interactions with my family, but like I didn't have a lot of friends, and if I did have friends, I didn't really talk to them outside of school, and that kind of led me to being a little socially awkward. So I wasn't very social, and I was kind of always by myself with myself, and that kind of led me to developing my external facing personality late in my teen years, because like I always had an internal facing personality, right? Just that it was just for myself. Like external facing personality is something that I developed after I started, socially analyzing people and kind of identifying what skills do they have, what qualities that they have that I would like to integrate into my personality. And that came from the feeling that, you know, from the understanding, from the feeling that I was kind of awkward and I needed to fix that. And I looked at people that were socially successful, that were like mentally successful, or like that had some qualities that were objectively good and that were objectively desirable. And I kind of tried to experiment and piece them all together and integrate them into myself. So for example, like if someone was funny, I would kind of like look at them and analyze them and kind of see what kind of jokes are they making, like why are people like laughing at their jokes, like, or something like that. If some people were charismatic, I would also identify like why is that. If some people were smart, I would also identify like what are they doing, what skills do they have. So because I had that feeling that I'm socially awkward and I don't have an externally facing personality, I tried to identify what kind of personality that I would have, and I eventually developed a personality that is authentic to me by kind of taking qualities, traits, skills here and there. And I think some people just stop doing that at certain age. For example, I think in high school, just people develop their personality, they get comfortable, they get some social success or like academic success or whatever, and then they think that this is enough, right? Like, oh, that's good enough because I'm having some success with my current personality. But I think that's very complacent, and like there's always room to improve. And I'm not saying that everyone should like change their personality completely, but I think it's very important to consistently build on your existing personality and improve and add on skills, traits, and qualities that you find to be just desirable or great, or like that you love, or it's about constantly improving. And for me, it was through observing other people, observing people on the internet, reading books, and just basically having that flow of information that I interpreted as things that I can adopt, or qualities that I can adopt and integrate them into my life. And so I think a lot of people have this flow of information externally, but some people just have the like ego that is an obstacle to their self-improvement. So for example, some people just take a blind eye to their shortcomings and the skills that they don't have, and they rationalize not having these skills, or like rationalize not being for example, charismatic or socially easygoing, or not easygoing, but like accepted, I guess. But if you don't have that ego, if you always adopt the mindset of I can take something from here and there, then your personality is going to be unrecognizable 5-10 years from now. Because I look at myself 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, the difference is just dramatic. And I'm very glad that I had that quality. I'm very glad I didn't have the ego. I mean, I had the ego, but like that my ego allowed me to take qualities and skills from other people and integrate them into myself. So I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, this is just my reflection for today, and yeah, see you tomorrow.